What's up, guys? I just finished the badass workout of the week, number 2 for Muscle and Fitness. I hope you guys loved the first one. I decided to do this little intro piece at the end of my workout this time so you guys could see the progression of what got me to this exhausted state that I'm in right now. This actually only took 45 minutes, and the themes of these videos are going to be time, of course, injury prevention, and getting as much blood into the muscle as possible, because my philosophy is that if you get that much blood into the muscle, it has no choice but to grow, and you work with the speed like I do, you don't have to worry about getting hurt. So pay attention to the clock and, of course, the rest periods, and enjoy the just engorgement, if that's a word, of blood that you're gonna get. I am PJ Braun, president of Blackstone Labs and Prime Nutrition. Hope you guys enjoy. Okay, so I always start my chest now with the Smith machine first, and there's a reason that I do that. I find that if you're somebody that has shoulder injuries like me, this is a great way to really warm yourself up and not have to worry so much about stability. But the key here is making sure that you are completely centered in the Smith machine. Otherwise, you're gonna be, of course, off balance and pushing more of one side than the other. So the best way to do that is just to put the bench in there and let the bar sit right down in the middle. Then you can obviously very easily eye it out. I see people all the time that are completely uneven in the Smith machine. They don't think to take the time to do that. Now from here, you're targeting all incline. Now, of course, there's a place for a flat and there's a place for all kinds of declines, I suppose, and dips, but you want to attack the chest via the incline moves, because it is virtually impossible to overly develop your upper chest. I've never seen anybody do it. I've never seen anybody that was too big here and had nothing down here. It's usually vice versa. So you're gonna, with that mindset, think that you're gonna base your workout around the incline. Now, again, workout number 1 for the legs. I said we're worried about injury prevention. Another one that I believe is great for preventing injuries. So we're gonna get into it first with some Smith presses, and then work up to a drop set at the end. Okay, so I'm always moving and doing in supersets and trying to do as much as I can in a short amount of time. So I'm gonna combine exercises. I'm gonna do, this is not a cable crossover, it's a cable press, but you're gonna watch my range of motion. I'm coming very, very high. It's almost like a baseball throwing type motion. This is really contracts the upper portion of the chest really dramatically. I'm gonna superset this with your traditional incline dumbbell press. So of course I'm gonna be really tired when I get there and not able to use as much weight. Okay, more supersets. This time I brought the cables all the way down, and I'm gonna do a cable fly from the floor up. I really feel these through the center of my pecs, which is a great squeeze. It's an exercise that you do not want to try to use too much weight on. It's all about the proper form and the contraction, squeezing really hard. As soon as I'm fatigued here totally, I'm gonna run over to the chest press machine and just crank out some reps. I'm gonna keep the seat low so I can have my plane of motion a little bit higher and get more of a stretch. But now I'm just gonna go crazy with the volume in the blood. Okay, now I'm moving on to an Incline Dumbbell Fly. I'm not going to superset this with anything, but what I'm going to do is keep changing the height. So I'm gonna make it a little bit more steep each time until I'm almost in a 90-degree shoulder pressing type of motion. And then after that, I'm gonna come all the way down flat and do one final set. So I've just stimulated my chest from essentially top to bottom, but just through all sorts of different ranges of motion. My only rest period is going to be when I'm changing the height on the bench. In between my sets, I'm flexing not just to be egotistical and check myself out and be vain. I'm actually keeping the blood in the muscle, just keeping the muscle under tension. It's great to do this for all of your body parts, especially when you're moving at a pace like this. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is, might look like, oh, simple, there's only a couple 25s on there, but I have a resistance band on here. You can do this on any single hammer strength or chest press machine, incline, decline, flat, whatever. You're gonna make sure that you have this fastened on the part where the weight goes, come around the back. Now you have constant tension on the concentric and eccentric range of motion. So it's gonna make it a lot harder than if there was nothing on there. Because of that, you don't need as much weight. What I'm gonna do, rather than just having like a 45 on each side, I've got two 25s. So I can go to failure, remove some weight, go to failure again, and then just go to complete failure without any weight at all, but the resistance band. When you start out like that and you go all the way through, it's very, very challenging by the end. You will hear me speak quite a bit in these videos about unilateral training. And so on this particular exercise, I'm gonna only do one arm at a time. And this is a great way to finish. Okay, so you see, just like the theme of the first video, we do a lot of volume in a short amount of time. I mean, if you're counting the warm-up sets, it's something like, I don't know, 50 sets. It's a crazy amount. So when you're going that fast, guys, the muscle has no choice but to be fatigued. It is extremely challenging. So That was the badass workout of the week for chest. I plan on doing shoulders for the next one. I hope you guys like these. It is really different and outside the box. You might look at it and say that it doesn't seem like the weights are heavy, but I promise you, when you're going this fast, you are going to get a good burn, and it's also great for working around injuries and preventing injuries. I'm PJ Braun, president of Blackstone Labs and Prime Nutrition. Thank you so much to Muscle & Fitness for allowing me to do this.